Review number 1. I have owned at least 20 different steam mops over the years, including a pretty terrible Bissell. This is a gigantic improvement over the triangular head one I had before and perhaps the best cleaning steam mop I have ever used, despite a few issues. Bottom line, my floor is clean, really clean. I did my usual white towel test on the tile while it was still hot and damp and the white towel wiped clean. That's truly a rare thing among steam mops. That said, it could still use some fine-tuning. Here are my pros and cons. Pros: this unit is quite a bit heavier than most, which gives it much better floor contact. This makes the steam stay close to the floor rather than shooting out the sides, making this clean far better than others. You won't see much steam, but it's hot and it's down there. I have had issues with Miro fiber pads not cleaning well due to the very short nap that just moves dirt around. The pads on this unit have a much longer looped nap, much like Terry, so it gets to the grout much better and really cleans the floor. I do use vinegar on the pad, not in the tank. Use only distilled water in tank. The steam exit chamber on the bottom is wider than most and gets extremely hot. The whole pad was dirty, not just a few areas like others. See pic. Love the removable midsection, so this can be handheld for other uses. Comes with some very good attachments, not all good. The small cleaning pad attachments are great for sterilizing cutting boards, which I do daily, and cleaning my stainless counters and other small areas. The 3 hard round brushes, they all seem the same to me, just different colors, all very stiff, worked excellent on darker high traffic areas of grout in my kitchen and held up to the heat well. The rest we'll get to that. Cons: the water tank is not removable, so you have to take the water cup to the unit or take the unit to the water with cord attached. This is a pain in the ass because the little pitcher is impossible to pour into a teeny tiny hole. You have to lay the whole unit on its side to access the fill hole. You have to have a funnel, not included. Also, the water cup holds 15 ounces to the top line, but the unit only holds about 12 ounces, so the rest goes everywhere. The cap over the fill hole consists of a rubber cap with a triangular piece of orange plastic attached by only an 1/8 inch speck of plastic. Mine was broken off right out of the box, so when I went to replace the rubber cap, it pushed right into the water tank. Water spilled everywhere and I had to extract the rubber cap with tweezers. I solved this problem by replacing this very poorly designed cap with a simple cork. Bissell needs to address this really silly yet big flaw. See pics. While this has a boatload of attachments, some are just overkill. The grout brush, for instance, curled from the heat first use. See pics. The squeegee worked to some degree but kept twisting because it does not lock in place. Scent pads, really? And the scraper equally useless, as well as the handheld extension tube. Too many pieces you will never use. I would rather have gotten 4 floor cleaning pads instead. You have to frequently change the pad or it just moves the dirt around. It gets dirty fast even on a frequently cleaned floor, so plan on buying extras. This unit is thicker than most because of the handheld feature, but the drawback of that is that it does not lay down as low as others to get under low furniture. It gets under chairs fine, but could not do under the sofa or my dressers, bed, or vanity like my other one can. But that said, this unit outcleans others where it does reach, so it's a give and take here. Aside from a few issues, I love how clean this gets my tile floor, and I would absolutely recommend this unit. My floors are spotless, it's easy to use and stores in a small space. I will get more cleaning pads for sure. You need at least 6 for a 2,000 square foot tile floor. It comes with 2. My 2 biggest issues were the broken fill cap and it's hard to fill. but this is still an excellent floor steamer. Just buy a quart because the cap will break. See pic. Review number 2. Seldom does a product come along that revolutionizes cleaning, but this is such a product. They don't even make good mops anymore, so on a whim I tried this product when all I could find are those unsanitary tornado mops. It actually makes mopping the floor fun. It disinfects. It cleans with just water. Totally eliminates the need for harsh chemicals. I just spray the dirty spots with some Mrs. Meyer's cleaner as a pre-treat. With the handle attachments you can get that icky stuff under the corners of your appliances that scares you. It's so gross. Come in. You know what I mean. Equal parts grease/dirt/dog hair found in even the kitchen of neat freaks like myself. It literally melts that stuff away. It removes stickers and adhesives from floors and cabinets. I use distilled water since our water is hard here in WA. And it heats up quickly and even cleans the grout in my ceramic floors and behind the sink, etc. Fantastic product and well worth the dollar, because when you add up all the crappy mops you end up throwing away along with the disposable heads that end up in landfills, this pays for itself quickly. Love IT. Review number 3. I'm not sure how this could receive less than a 5-star rating. I have never owned a steam mop before, and after years of struggling with a mop and bucket, Swiffer, flat mop with cleaning cloths, I decided to take the plunge and try out this miracle mop. I read reviews and researched mops for about a week before I could decide which to purchase. I don't have any pets, but I do have 2 children under the age of 5. After seeing reviews for some of the others and the quality of those, I chose to pay a little more and go for this one. I'm glad I did. Pros: holy smokes, it cleans. We have tile and wood floors and this little guy cleaned them up effortlessly. Where have you been all my life? Grout cleaner. Okay, so our countertops are tile. Yup, that's next on the house to upgrade. But until then, the grout cleaner extension is a lifesaver. After the second time using deep cleaning, the bristles did all bend. We will just repurchase this extension, I think. They are only $2.99. It still works even with bent bristles and using a cleaning rag behind it. All of the other extensions, I don't need to elaborate here. You can clean nearly anything with this. It cut my mopping time at least in half. I was so impressed. No back pain afterwards. On my tough to scrub spots, I just left the steam mop hover for a few seconds. I used the scrubber on the back of the mop with my foot and it worked every time. Adjustable steam setting. I used high heat for my floors and low heat with the grout extension. You can see in the pictures the low heat was more than enough for my grout. Easy to operate, put together and take apart. Heats up in about 30 seconds. Comes packaged with all kinds of things, including 2 mop cloths, a microfiber for wiping away when using extensions, a measuring cup with a point to measure and pour the water in the tank. You do not need a funnel for this, as some of the other reviewers said. I had no issue filling the tank with the provided cup. Cons: you don't get that clean lemon fresh smell. It does come with a scent insert, but I didn't use it, so it's possible you could. I'm just not sure. It's not cordless. No big deal, but mopping with a cord was a little different for me when planning where to mop next. The cord is very long though. If you have never used a steam mop and are thinking about it, just take the plunge and get this one. I feel certain you'll have the same experience that I have had. In the picture, the dirty mop cloth was after one quick run over my kitchen. The 2 multicolored tiles are a before and after using the low heat setting and the grout extension. The cream tile I did my practice run. This was a quick test to see if I even wanted to keep it. The vertical grout, as you can see, is where I used the mop. I've used this 3 times now. If it doesn't hold up well, I will re-evaluate and edit this review as I see fit. Review number 1. I have owned at least 20 different steam mops over the years, including a pretty terrible Bissell. This is a gigantic improvement over the triangular head one I had before and perhaps the best cleaning steam mop I have ever used, despite a few issues. Bottom line, my floor is clean, really clean. I did my usual white towel test on the tile while it was still hot and damp and the white towel wiped clean. That's truly a rare thing among steam mops. That said, it could still use some fine-tuning. Here are my pros and cons. Pros: this unit is quite a bit heavier than most, which gives it much better floor contact. This makes the steam stay close to the floor rather than shooting out the sides, making this clean far better than others. You won't see much steam, but it's hot and it's down there. I have had it